Okay, let's see if we can't get in here and get this put back together. We're gonna start putting some of this ash stuff back in there. Anyway, so we're gonna do that now. All right, got the top piece on there. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and put this on.
Guess what? We didn't leave it.
We did not plan on buying this. That looks a little better.
So we got the car started.
That was not too good. It's good.
First try, baby.
Hey y'all, they called us this morning and the clips are in for the 58. So we're going to pick them up. And the alternator's in, so that's good. We can do one trip.
Yeah, I was glad we get that call because I want to get that Chevelle up and going, you know, because these shows are probably going to be winding up here in another month, and I'd like to take that to a couple more shows. We've only took
it to one, yeah.
Took it to one, and then we drove it again. Then it got all this smoke. We didn't know what in the world it was.
No,
smoke everywhere, and luckily it was just the alternator. It wasn't something real serious, but kind of discouraging to work that many years on something, take it to one show, then something started burning up on it.
I know, that was painstaking work too.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a painful build. It took a long time because, you know, when you take a car apart and you replace every nut and bolt in that car and then build it back, and it's just me and her. It takes a while. We didn't do no video when we done that car, but it took us a long time, and we was working a full-time job too.
Right,
so
that was the big difference.
So we're gonna run down here and pick up this alternator first, and then we'll stop by and pick up the clips, or vice versa, whatever's open, and then we'll get back and get this alternator on first. See, that's kind of rough looking. We're gonna take a little bit of this here and clean it up. That looks a little better. Okay, let's see if we can't get in here and get this stuff put back together. A little tight in here, but we'll manage. We start with this big old radio here. This old radio, believe it or not, worked. Which was surprising. Alrighty, we'll slide this right up into the hole. It goes into like that. Put the nuts on there. There's the other one. Get in here and wipe all these keys off. A little bit of primer dust on there. It'll be all right. Get it come right off. All right, I got this little ashtray slides in there. If I can remember how it goes in there. There we go. That's how that goes. And we got the glove box door. We got to put this hardware on here. Kind of goes in there like that. It's kind of how it works. There we go. How's that look? A little Chevrolet emblem that goes here. If we can find them. Chevrolet. Now this thing here, I'm not sure if I remember. I may have to go back and watch my video. How she goes in there. I know it goes like this. Kind of like that, if I can get it in there. Right now, I need to pull this steering column up out of my way so I can kind of see what's going on. You know, I used to do this when I was a teenager, and I used to hop in here and jerk this stuff and put it in, take it out, like it wasn't nothing to it. Now, oh, it's brutal. I don't bend as good as I used to. There's that one. All these knobs kind of look the same. I think it's this. It's that one. There we go. Radio knobs on there. Starting to shape up. What you think, people? Starting to shape up a little bit. All right, time to get on my back. Okay, I see how it goes now. This thing has a little clip. There we go. Woo! That's the way it goes. Okay. These screws go right here. And we got 2 screws on the bottom. You want to take your levers or your little handles here, I guess you can see that, little black handles. Kind of slide on here like that. There we are. A little closer. All right, we'll take this rag, wipe this off good. That white is that compound that when we compound the top of the car, dripping off in here, but it'll clean right up. There we go, starting to come together a little bit. We're probably going to stop right there on the dash. And the reason is, I got to take this right here apart. This glass, see how that's cracked in there? I'm going to order a new piece of glass for this, and we'll clean the rest of it up. This plate here kind of goes over the top of everything. We'll clean this up. But anyway, there's a lot of work I want to do to this instrument cluster before we put that together. And so we're going to move on to putting some more of this stainless on. Okay, these are those clips we were using the other day when we were putting this wide stainless on. These are the clips we had to go pick up, which is a lot smaller. And what these are for is this real narrow stainless. They go in there. So it looks like on this corner piece, we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. Not sure how far that thing goes up. We'll look at it. Take this over here. Let's see on this side. Okay. It only goes up to about right there. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna go ahead and buff this stuff up now. All right, we'll put these clips in. Kind of go in like that. Just snap them in there like that. That's kind of how they go. That way you can kind of move them around. Okay, we got all our clips where they go. You can see, I hope. And what you want to do is start this over here. Turn this a little bit. You want to start this at the furthest point. Kind of get her in there. And you're going to have to work it in like that. And that's the way it goes. Then you'll put your nuts on the back of it. We're gonna need a bunch of them here. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. Kind of got this in here that goes like that. Down through here, you can see where I'm lining these holes up all the way to here. So that's what we got to do now. All right, got the top piece on there. That really helped it a lot. But you can kind of see there how the car shapes up when you start getting all the stainless on it. Starts looking pretty nice. There again, you want to start on this far end down here. Pull it in. And adjust the rest of these as you go. There we go, all new clips. I hate dealing with them rusty clips.
All right, while Brian's working over there putting the stainless on, I'm going to go over here and start working on this garnish molding. Okay, as you can see, I got a lot to scuff up and get ready to be painted. All right, what we're going to do is take this sandpaper and we're going to sand it and get all this roughness out and all the blemishes. Like you can see that blemish right there. Who knows? Could have been kids in the back seat fighting. If it'd been my grandboys, they'd have got a whooping. Now that we got that done, we're taking the scuff pad and we're going to scuff it up real good so it will hold the new paint. But if you can see right here, that's the old blue paint that was under that black primer. So we're getting pretty close here now. And when you're done with it, this is kind of what it should look like. You don't want to cut it down to the metal. Make sure you don't do that.
All right, got that piece on there, all the way around. That looks on camera like that's easy, but man, you just cannot get from about right here to about right here. You can't get back in there hardly. And I mean, I got them in on there, but it was like tearing my arms all to pieces. It takes a good while to get that top piece on, and it's the same thing at the bottom from about right here to about right here. You just can't get in there. It's the way that fender well is made in there. So and that's the reason when these clips were when this stainless was put on there from the factory, they had used these pop-on clips. They snapped in those holes and then you just pop the stainless on there. But you can't get those anymore, so we're having to go to this style clip, which I like this style better because you can tighten them down and it holds tighter. But anyway, it is getting really warm in here, and so we're going to mosey on to another project where it's a little cooler. All right, over here we did get that alternator picked up. Here it is. Looks exactly like the one we took off. So we're going to go put this on. Look in there. See how them coils, that's what they're supposed to look like. Can you see that, Cindy?
Yep.
Yeah. The other one was, I don't know what had caused that to burn up. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this on. Let me grab a light. Got my light right here. I got to get you see up there, see my new light fixtures right there I started putting in? One there. I got them all the way down. I just, I got to stop being lazy and run this conduit and run that wiring in.
Whenever we get time.
Yeah,
like we're so
working
busy.
the cars and doing all this stuff is But yeah, that's something I need to get done. But hey, for right now, we'll use this. Stick this right there, and that is rubber on the back side, so it doesn't make any scratches on that thing. I wish I had $1 for every one of these alternators I put on. I put a bunch of them. Now, a lot of people do this different. The way I like to do it is I like to plug it up first, not mount it and then plug it up. The reason is, it's shine the camera right here, see? These plugs, sometimes, if it ain't straight, you'll bend them over. And when it's mounted, it's kind of hard to get that in there. So that's kind of what we're going to do. This plug kind of goes right here. There we go. And this goes here. Take that loose, pull this around. Like I said, but when we took this off, this top is always a 7/16. Let's tighten her up like that. You're gonna pull your boot around, cover that up. That's what it should look like when you're done. This bolt does not come with a lock washer, but I like to put them on there. There we go. And of course, this nut here has a lock on the bottom of the nut, so we're gonna put it right here, like that. Now we'll put that belt on. The bottom one's a 9/16, and the top one is a 1/2. Good morning, everyone. We forgot our microphone, so I hope this volume is okay. It is early Saturday morning.
Very early.
We are not headed to the car show, but we're going to be. We had to get up early because I got a lead on a car, and we're going to go over here this morning and check this out.
Check it out.
And if it's to be, we will drive it home. If it is not, we will just
Leave it there.
Leave it there, and had a good ride over here this morning. Anyway, so we're gonna go check this thing out.
Well, guess what? We didn't leave it. There it goes in it, and I'm following right behind.
right, we got this little old car home. Let y'all see, get a sneak peek of what she looks like. Somebody had started, I don't know, restoring this thing. It does have 350 in it. It has been rebuilt. It does have some header leaking going on. They put a new brake booster on it and a pump, new carburetor. It does have 7-blade fan on it, and a 350. It's kind of what's in there, automatic. I ain't sure about the transmission, it's been rebuilt or not. Somebody started working on the inside. That door panel is a little wrinkly looking. It does not have a radio in it. Got a piece of block there or something on it. So we'll address all these issues. You can see this door panel ain't on there good. It needs cutting and buffing. I don't know, see that run right there in the clear coat? So anyway, we picked this thing up. We're gonna see what we can do with it, see if we can't straighten some of these issues out that it's got going on with it. I don't know what that's all about. Miss Cindy's sitting over there, what do you think?
I like it. It's just, it's different.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that radio thing right there, what that is.
It's just something screwed in over top of it. There's no radio back there.
Yeah, I've got a radio in there.
Looks like it's just the hole for it.
Yeah, it looks like I got a 70s radio in somewhere. I just got to find it. These gauges do work. Fuel gauge works. The tachometer, I noticed driving at home, does not work. But the car actually...
The speedometer worked though, right?
Yeah, speedometer works. Just the tachometer doesn't work. It may be just not hooked up there. I don't know. But it needs... I don't know what happened, why they quit messing with it or restoring it. That happens a lot. People start diving into this stuff and they get so far and they just don't know what to do with it. So, but I did notice these gaps look pretty good. But the gaps on the other side, the headlights do work. They do fold up. The gap on this side, it's kind of funky.
It's a bit wide.
Yeah. It's wide, but I think it's because this door is pushed in too far. I think pulling it out is going to help it some. I don't know. The gap's just a little bit too wide on the door, and I don't know what that's going on with that. So we're going to look at these gaps. You see the door is kicked out here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's kicked out too far, and then it's in too far here. So it's kind of like it's twisted. It's just the door's not sitting in the hole correctly. So we need to work on that, get that door straightened out, get those gaps looking a little better, cut the runs out of it. Anyway, just something else to, little repair work and straighten it out on it. We'll see what we can do with it. Anyway, we did not plan on buying this. Just got a phone call, found out about it, and so.
We've never had a Corvette though.
No, we've owned a lot of stuff, but we've never
a
Corvette. And this is probably a car that we're going to probably fix and resell, would be my guess. Don't know.
The grandboys love it though.
Oh yeah, they think it's something else. Like Corvette, they hear the word Corvette and they're all excited. Anyway, it is a 1975, and it runs and drives excellent. There's nothing wrong with the running and driving of it. It's just
cosmetic.
It's all cosmetic. So we'll see what we can do with that.
You gotta hurry, it's getting dark.
Yeah, I know. About fooled around, got dark on it. We done been working all day and then looked outside, it's getting dark. we did sell the Jeep.
Yep.
We are done working on the Jeep. We're not going to be doing anything else. A guy approached me and wanted it, so we let him have it, and that's what gave us the money to purchase this. And so we'll switch gears from doing any more than that to working on this thing here, getting it straightened out. And yeah, but that's going to do it for this episode. We want to thank everybody for watching these videos, especially until the end. If you like what you see, man, do us a big favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, y'all be careful out there, would you?